Hi guys, and welcome to this episode of Working with Styrene. So, today's episode, I wanted to keep it still with the basics. So last episode, the first one, I basically went through why you want to work with styrene. And one of the things I missed out was that it's really easy to cut, even if you're working with quite thick bits. This episode will be sort of going through cutting this stuff, sheets. So, got thin and you've got sturdy, thick stuff. How I go about doing it, how I think most people do it, and we'll take it from there, really. So let's have a look at what we've got on the bench. So, just adjust that a second. What we've got is, we've got our sheets, we've got our cutting mat, the trusty hobby knife, which most cutting's done with. We've got a ruler with a non-stick side. You can see this has been absolutely trashed through years of use. And we've got this. This is one of my new toys. Big old blade in the middle there and a chop. That bit there is it's new to me, so I'll go through that at the end. Or it's a new one for me. Anyway, sorry about that. Okay, so since it's the basics, I apologise to anybody who feels like I'm sort of teaching their grandma to suck eggs. But I wanted to make sure it's fully comprehensive for anybody who's looking to get into working with styrene, or anybody who, all the way up to people who already use it, learning tricks and tips. So the thin stuff, this here is a 1/4 mil, which I think is 0.010. 0.10. I'm not sure. I'm not really good with the old measurements. So the thin stuff you can basically outright cut. So the reason you use a grippy backed steel ruler is, one, you can sort of grind the blade against it and it doesn't ever dig in, because if you use a plastic one you will actually cut bits out of the ruler. And the reason you want the non-grip stuff on the back is because as you're dragging across here, it can create quite a lot of friction, and what you'll find is the sheet, as you do it, will go like that, and it completely ruins the line. You'll get a really sort of off line, so you want a grippy back. So for the thin stuff, all you need is just a knife, and then you can actually cut it outright. So you go like that, and it basically just comes apart as you'd expect. This stuff is great for detailing. So if you've got a really good hobby knife, probably a more fine one than this, you can do some really good details with that stuff. The thicker stuff, on the other hand, you have to snap. So you have the classic idea of scoring it like that, and then you see if I can get it on camera. You bend it along the line, it gives like that, and then pop, off it comes. And what you end up getting is actually a fairly straight line. Might need a little bit of tidying up with some sandpaper, but there you go. In fact, you can see a little bit of it there. But that's basically how you cut straight plasticard. Now, the new tool that I've got, which again is cutting straight lines. Sorry if I seem a bit flustered. I've been outside doing the Christmas lights, so I'm a bit knackered. Up ladders and whatnot. So, this is my new toy. What we've got in here is the ability, the fingers are strong enough, to set angles. So if I wanted to cut something, say at 45 degrees, I stuck it there. Is that right? I think that's about right. You lift the handle, you stick whatever it is you're cutting against the side of the protractory bit and slice down. Now it's not perfect for thin stuff, because as you can see, it's really finicky to get the blade in the right place, but it snaps like that. So you can get, you can see there, 45-degree angles really well. And it works the same with the thicker stuff. So you just hit it like that, and then what you should find is it'll snap along the same lines. It's good for getting angles if you're doing some precision work, that sort of thing, though you are limited, of course, to the size of the blade. So For example, you wouldn't be able to cut this bit here on an angle unless you had a bit of a play with it. So that's the purpose of that. And that's about it really. This one I'm wanting to concentrate on cutting straight edges. And those are the techniques that I use basically. If you've got any techniques yourself, feel free to put them in the comments. I'm always keen to hear how people get on with things. That's the reason I created Styrene Engineers, which is my Facebook group. I'll put a link in the description. I say my Facebook group, it's a community basically where people come together and work with styrene from all different hobbies, and it's a place where I wanted to get a sort of accumulation of people who work with styrene and have tips and tricks that they do their own stuff, and everybody can share their knowledge and get it on there. So that was it, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Stay well.